Deanne Fitzpatrick, and with me today is Mary Camo and Terry Cove, and we're a little bit late this morning, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. We are excited to have these guests today. I'm going to show you in a little bit about Antique Black, but right now, Terry, do you have something for us? Because you guys are sitting there like you got something. You've got a nice surprise.
Well, we were going to start with some of the beautiful treats that have been brought in this week and last week by lovely people in the community and customers who've been dropping off treats among treats, delicious treats. And we've all been forgetting any meal plans or diets or any aspirations of losing weight this time of year and enjoying all the treats. And among those were some candied nuts. So we thought we'd start with chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nibbling at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Let's go.
Well, that's pretty nice.
And then Terry thought she'd just read a little story from Sunday Letters.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right.
It's called Loving What You Have, which is a good message to have this time of year. Deanne wrote, I had a big nap one day this week. I had slept well the night before, but still felt I needed a rest. So I went home, read my novel, and fell asleep on the downstairs couch. The room used to be my retail store in the old days. Now it acts as a dining room and living room and porch. When I started to wake up, I thought, wow, this is so beautiful. Where am I? I remember thinking, if this is home, then this is good. And then I realized I was in my own back room with its white couches and dark bookcases, and suddenly I felt so grateful to be waking up there. Recently I visited a friend, and she was doing some renovations. I asked what she was interested in these days, and she said, making homemade wine and loving my home. It occurred to me that I had not plumped up my home in a while. You know what I mean. Freshened it up a bit. So this week I have been nurturing my home. Small things. I'm making a new pillow cover. I spread a beautiful piece of French linen I had on the bed. I put some pillows in fresh white pillowcases. Not much really, just intention. Just attention. These two words go together so well. They are the basis of love. My home is important to me. It is where I nurture myself. In turn, I need to nurture it. I am so glad I visited my friend and she reminded me of this. I remember living in a trailer with my parents behind my sister's house in a large rural lot. I was watching an old movie on a black and white TV with Katharine Hepburn. Said that the key to happiness was wanting what you have. That has stuck with me all my life. I was happy then in the comfort of my parents' home. I am happy now in the comfort of my own. Whenever I get inspirational, or feel kitchen envy, or wish my walls were small and white, I remember that moment. I was only 16 or 17 then, and I knew Ms. Hepburn was telling the truth. I know it now. May I know it always. So when I woke up in a daze, lost in a dream, wondering if I was somewhere else, only to find out that I was home and that those walls around me were my own, I felt so lucky. So lucky to love what I have. For we can have a lot and we can have a little. What matters most is that we are thankful.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you. So I'm going to pass the camera over to Mary, and maybe you can get Angela. I'm not sure where she went. Oh, great. All right. And I'm going to, okay, great. I'm just going to get some black. Because today, I want to show you how to create a mix that will approximate antique black when you're hooking rugs. So here we go. I want to work on this pot today, and you know what? Oh, there's my scissors. Is there a hook hidden underneath here? Probably not. We are running late. We are making mistakes, but that's okay. There we go. Here's my hook. So when I want something to look black but old, what I do is I'll often use, like, this is our dark, one of our dark greens. I forget what color this is. Mary, would you know?
Is that woodland, maybe? Woodland green?
Woodland green.
Maybe.
So I'm going to take woodland green, and I'm going to take some black black yarn, 4-ply, and I'm going to take 2-ply. I'm going to be working on this little pot for a while, I can tell you that, because I've got a big rug ready to go on the frame inside. Okay, and so this black here is a black cloth. Right here I have, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to hand cut it. So when you hand cut cloth, you just give it a little fold like this. And I have one strip of kind of a dark green. It's almost like a black green. So I don't want this pot to look flat. I want it to look almost, not that it has a shine, but that it has a good look to it. So the pot is kind of an oval shape. So I'm going to take that kind of, it's almost like a big merino, but it's a piece of black. It's probably floof. We must have a really dark floof, or did at one time. And then I'm going to just take some black yarn, and this is 2-ply, and I'm just going to go up. And already you can see that this little bit of shimmer of color, a little change in color, changes the way that this looks. Also right here, the change in texture will change the way the pot will look. Right here, I'm gone from 4-ply to doubling with a 2-ply. And it just hooks up completely different, because this is kind of rounded and then this is a little finer. So now, I'm going to bring in this dark, we think it's a woodland green, and it's from our studio dyes. It's actually an over dye. And then I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to be generous with it. Like, you kind of think, well, you just make a line of it, but no, I want like a small body of it. And it will still read as black from a distance, but it won't up close. And then automatically you have your antique black mix just by adding just a little shimmer of another color, and makes such a difference. And it will make this pot way better. It'll make it way more beautiful. And that's how we do it. This is how you make an antique black mix. So, what's everybody cooking at home? That's what I'd like to know on the question of the day, is what are you cooking in your house between now and Christmas Day? Don't tell us a turkey, because we're guessing that, as is the tradition. But what other special things do you prepare this season? Like this morning, I made fatire, which is a Lebanese bread turnover with beef, or you can make it with spinach. And so that's why I was late, because I was waiting for them to come out of the oven, and I was trying to pack them up I wanted to bring them in from my son. I wanted to bring some to my friend Don Miller, because that's my Christmas present to him. But I think everybody has a little something. Like, I think Terry will probably be making rabbit pie. What are you making, Mary, in your house? Nothing, it sounds like. I'm kind of nervous. You ordering a pizza?
No, for Christmas Day, we go to my sister's. So
Yeah.
she does the cooking. I do the desserts. She does the meal.
Okay.
And then on Boxing Day, all my family's coming for a brunch.
At your house?
At my house.
Oh,
so yeah, we're gonna do brunch fare.
Oh,
so,
great. So
yeah.
you're gonna be buying lots of eggs.
Lots of eggs.
Now,
yeah.
how many of you will be there?
Probably 20 something usually. I mean, we could go up higher, but there's going to be some people missing. But
Yeah.
usually probably around 20, 24.
Lorne, you got anything cooking up besides biscuits?
No.
No?
You know me, I don't cook. My husband
You
does
don't
all the
cook much.
cooking.
I know, and he's a good cook.
Mm.
Yeah. It's quite
Probably
nice.
make a couple of pies or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Well, this is the only thing that I really did. Well, I made a cherry cake earlier, my mother's cherry cake. I didn't make my fruit cake this year because I just knew I was going to eat the whole thing, and
I know, that's the problem.
I
baking.
do share it. I know. We got to share it more. You do share a lot of baking.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah, but I'm
You're
just
really
saying at
good
home
about
I
it.
don't bake a lot because no one really eats it.
Found my ruler, Mary.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So this is my antique black. So this pot is coming along quite good, really. I'm happy about it. I'm excited because we've ordered some new and different hooks for the studio. And, we picked a winner for our, I think Mary Williams picked a winner for our stocking challenge. But I don't know who it is.
I never heard a name either.
I think Angela's got it, but I don't know where Angela is. Maybe we'll follow her out. So that's it for the antique black. It's pretty simple, really. It's a pretty easy little mix. So you're going to be looking for dark green or navy or even a dark brown or a dark wine. You could even like pop in a little something like this if you wanted, just to give a little highlight. You know, what you want it is you want to blend it. Angela, who won the stocking challenge? Angela's back. She was waiting on a customer, I think.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Jane Fudge.
Jane Fudge won the stocking challenge. And of course, it was random. It has no reflection on how beautiful your stocking was or her stocking was. There were so many gorgeous,
Beautiful.
gorgeous stockings. I think I'm going to take that out because that's not what I want. But there were so many gorgeous stockings. Like I was watching them all month. And I really enjoyed watching Wild with Wool this month, and it being our main place. It's the only place that we have now that we're posting rugs. So it's a really nice to see all your rugs and just keep posting. It's so much fun. So let's see. I'm going to put in another bit of this green, this dark gray green. It's a green. It's a gray over dyed green. And then I think I've got a whole lot of new rugs, but I'm not going to show you them yet because we're deciding what to make for kits. We're going to do some new kits. There is a new kit on the website, and I think Mary's going to tell you about it now. Are you Mary?
I am.
All right, Mary, come on.
So, I put some yarns together for today.
On the speaker.
What do you want me to do with it?
Speaker?
What about it?
Have it.
You need it?
Sorry, thank you.
You're welcome. So I went with blues today, and the reason I went with blues is not to bring anybody down, but I was thinking about the joy of all the reds last week. But I know Christmas and the holidays and this season in particular can be difficult for a lot of people. Anybody who's lost someone this year, or they're alone, or they're having troubles in their lives. So I thought, you know what, we're going to go with blues. So we have so many beautiful blues in the studio. And this is just a small selection, but I'm going to start with the new kit. So this is called Tree and Many Moons, and it's beautiful. This one's on linen, and you can find it on the website, and you can find it under new and featured products. You can see all the beautiful colors in there, and I just love it. And it was funny this morning because apparently I called to get some more cover sheets ordered from our local printer. And apparently I wrote Pine and Many Moons. And so they called this morning to see if that was the same as Tree and Many Moons. And I said, oh yes, all in the same in one. So anyhow. So yeah, we have a nice selection of blues. This one I meant to show last week is a new one that Greg dyed. This is Stellina. And I just have to find the name of it. It is By the Light of the Silvery Moon. So it's a nice, new, beautiful Stellina.
Oh, it's got a sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I know, I love it. And this is a slubby. And this one is Tundra. And I love that one. I think that's one of my favorite slubbies ever. It's just soft in color and in feel. And a lichen and lace. And this one is called Rainy Day. And these all go so lovely together. And of course, a fleece cone. And that one's just called Blue. So when you're looking under cones. And this is one of the tweed yarns that Deanne had got in, and I just love them. One of the blue ones. I'm not sure, did that? No, it's just called Blues. And yeah, I love that.
That would be a nice hat for you.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
You know me, yarn hat.
yeah. This is hand spun yarn, and this one is called Stormy Sea.
Oh,
I know,
Nice.
it's really rich. And this is a big merino, and this is called November Sky. A big merino is big. And you can do these in a half skein as well, so you don't need to get the whole kit and caboodle. You could just have that cut in half. And I love that. And last but not least is one of Deanne's custom colors with Briggs & Little, and this one is called Advocate Blue. And that is there as well under new and featured products. Oh, and the wool cloth. And this one is just shades of blue. I think this one is called. And were you going to show the other one, Angela?
Yeah, if you wanna grab that.
Yeah. This is another one that we have.
this is beautiful.
And we sell this by the yard. And this one is called Mermaid's Bed. Correct? I think that was the name of that.
That is the name of it.
Yeah. And look how nicely these all go
Oh,
with
Mary.
it. I know. Beautiful. Actually, that one would pick up the turquoise in that too. Ooh. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Those are really beautiful. So I'm just going to finish up here now, and I don't know how much time do we have left, Lorna.
Well, I don't know because we were.
We were a little late start. Yeah. So I just want you to see the pot and just sort of from a distance how the black change, like the black is kind of spotty and it looks like it has a patina or it looks rough and old. And that's the idea of antique black in rug hooking. Now, if you have any other questions on the live this winter, I'm going to try and answer some of your questions. So if you have questions that you want answered on the live, just email dfstudio@eastlink.ca. And if you email dfstudio@eastlink.ca, if you have questions that you'd like answered on the live about rug hooking, then we can try and do that. This pot looks just great to me. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to take the black out of here. I've got such a mess of reds here. We're working on, we shipped the mystery art project. We still have time if you want. We can ship you, we can still shipping books every week. Oh, I had another black and I forgot to put it in, but that's okay. And oh, I had some black cashmere too. You don't need 50 blacks. I guess that's the point. We had 3 or 4, we had 4 blacks and it worked out perfectly. So now are we going to sing, you guys going to sing us out?
Yeah, we'll all sing.
We'll all sing? Come on over. Do you guys want to turn the camera on yourself and make selfies and come in? Come on in. Not really.
No.
No. All right.
They don't
come
wanna
on.
hear
You
me
guys
sing.
have to carry it because I'm not a great singer.
Okay.
All right, carry me along.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
And we sincerely, really do wish you all a Merry Christmas and thank you for all the watching that you do, all the playing with wool that you do, all the rug hooking that you do, and all the sharing that you do of your art and your life and your creativity. So thank you. Merry Christmas.